Welcome to my channel. Today we have quite an interesting topic, which is average speed, time taken, and distance. So before I talk about average speed, I want to talk about what happens when a car covers a certain distance. Now, there are three things involved when one is traveling. You talk about the speed of the car, that is the average speed. You talk about time taken, and you talk about the distance you are going to cover while embarking on such journey. So these are the three things that you must bear in mind when you are traveling. So average speed is the rate of change of distance, the rate of change of distance. Now, the rate of change of distance, that is simply average speed. Now, the unit of average speed, the unit of average speed is kilometers per hour or meters per second. So that's the unit of average speed. So when you talk about time taken, time is just a progression of events. Now when we talk about time taken, we are looking at the ratio of the distance to the average speed. So time is a progression of events. Time taken is the ratio of distance to average speed. That is time taken. And the unit of time taken is, we usually use hour. That is for H, or seconds, that's S. We can also use minutes, but in most cases it's hours and seconds. Then we move over to distance. What is distance? Distance is simply a separation between 2 points. That's the meaning of distance, a separation between 2 points. The unit of distance is kilometers or meters. Now I'm going to clean the board. So I'll clean this. Now, when you are solving problems in average speed, time taken, and distance, you must make use of formula. So for the formula for finding average speed is S. The formula is distance all over time taken. So we can simply use S is equals to D over T. That is the formula. Now when we are solving for time taken, when we want to calculate the time taken, the formula is distance all over average speed. In other words, T is equals to D all over S. Now, for distance, the formula is average speed times time taken, which is S times T. That is D is equals to S times T. Now let's look at some questions on average speed, distance, and time taken. I have to clean the board. Now let's look at some questions. The first question is a car covered a distance of 800 kilometers in 16 hours. Calculate its average speed. Now I'm going to show you how to solve this. First of all, we are going to make use of the formula, but before then we need to look at what we are trying to find, which is the average speed. So we are going to write the formula for average speed, which is speed is equals to distance over time taken. So our distance here from the question is 800 kilometers. Time taken is equals to 16 hours. Now we apply this formula. Speed, that is average speed, is equals to distance over time taken. So 800 kilometers is distance. We write 800, and T is 16 hours. That's the time taken, 16. Then we start division. So we can start by reducing to lowest term. 2 divides 16 is 8. 2 divides 800, give me 400. 2 divides 8 is 4. 2 divides 400, 200. 2 divides 4 is 2. 2 divides 200 is 100. 2 divides 2 is 1. 2 divides 100 is 50. So the average speed is equals to 50 kilometers per hour. I'm making use of kilometers per hour. If I was given the unit in meters and here in seconds, the unit would be meters per second. That is 50 meters per second. So that's how you know when to put kilometers per hour or meters per second. Now we'll move to the second question, of which I have to clean the board once more. The second question is a boy walked 91 meters in 7 seconds. Calculate its average speed. So we are looking for average speed again. So speed is distance over time taken, and the distance here is 91 meters. The time taken here is 7 seconds. So we solve. The average speed is 91 over 7. So when 7 divides 91, it will give me 13. So the average speed is 13 meters per second because of this meters and second. That's why I'm using meters per second. The third question I have to clean the board. The third question, I have an aircraft covered a distance of 7,000 kilometers in 12 hours. Find its average speed. First of all, write the formula. Distance over time taken, which is the formula for speed. So the distance is 7,000 kilometers and the time taken is 12 hours. Sorry, 12 hours. So the average speed is 7,000 all over 12. I'll reduce to lowest term, so 2 can divide 7,012. So I'll use 2. 2 divides 7,000. Sorry, 2 divides 12 is 6. 2 divides 7,000 is 3,500. Now 2 divides 6 is 3. 2 divides 3, I have 1 remainder 1. 2 divides 15, I have 7 remainder 1. 2 divides 10 is 5. 2 divides 0 is 0. So I'm left with 1750 divided by 3. 3 is the prime number that will have to divide. But if you look at this, 3 cannot divide 1750, because if you want to find out numbers 3 can divide, you just add the digits. If the sum is divisible by 3, you know that 3 can divide the number. So now I have 1750 all over 3. Now 3 divides 17. I have 5 remainder 2. 3 divides 25. I have 8 remainder 1. 3 divides 10 is 3 remainder 1. So I can write my answers 508. 3 on number 1 over 3 kilometers per hour. I just changed this to this 1750 over 3. It's an improper fraction. I just changed it to a mixed fraction. So the next question, which is number 4, I have this. A train covered a distance of 120 kilometers at a speed of 60 kilometers per hour. Calculate its time taken. Now, in this question, we are asked to find the time taken. So, formula for time taken is distance all over average speed. That's D over S. The distance is 120 kilometers, and the speed, the average speed, is 60 kilometers per hour. Calculate the time taken. So T is 120 all over 60. I'll cancel zeros, the 2 zeros here. 6 divides itself is 1. 6 divides 12 is 2. So the time is 2 hours. Why 2 hours? Why not 2 seconds? Because the speed has kilometers per hour. We are not dealing with meters per second. If we were, we will have 2 seconds. the fifth question. Which is calculate the time taken by a person covering a distance of 400 kilometers at an average speed of 25 kilometers per hour. Now, what we are looking for here is the time taken. The time taken. So the distance is 400 kilometers, and the average speed is 25 kilometers per hour. Now the time taken is distance over average speed, which is 400 all over 25. 5 divides 25 is 5. 5 divides 400 is 8. 5 divides 5 is 1. 5 divides 8 is 16. So the time is 16 hours. The sixth question. Calculate the distance covered by a car traveling at an average speed of 30 kilometers per hour in 5 hours. This time around, I'll have to calculate the distance. So the speed here is 30 kilometers per hour, and the time taken is 5 hours. So the formula for finding distance is average speed times time taken, that is S times T, which is 30 times 5. And 30 times 5 is 450 kilometers. That is the distance. Calculate the distance covered by a car traveling at an average speed of 120 kilometers per hour in 3 hours. So the distance is speed times time taken, which is 120 times 3, which will give us 360 kilometers. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.